What's up, YouTube? It's the Big Kahuna back again with another video. And I'd like to give a shout out to my UK brothers, fellow YouTubers, Gipmeister XB1, Iron Wolf, Microbox of X, Wingy Gaming, and my boy Madonna Saigon. And on to today's video. So, I was going back over my, old catalog of videos. And I chose this video on purpose. It was called Bye Bye PlayStation 4. If you ever get a chance, go back and check it out. So I also went in the comment section, and of course, the same fanboys to this day that don't have an XB1, that only have the PlayStation, or maybe they have the PlayStation and the Wii U, I don't know, but definitely don't have the XB1, are still the same ones that still come to my videos and still comment on my stuff. Still accuse me of being a fanboy, but yet they've been here for 7 months watching my stuff. Now, have they watched every video? Probably not, because if they did, and maybe if they wasn't so filled with bias, then they use their brain and think, yeah, this guy, I don't think he's such a fanboy. But they continue to call me a fanboy and try to point out reasons why they think I'm a fanboy. So, like I said, I did this video like 7 months ago. So the one fanboy commented on here. I'm going to read some of his comments. So he puts, "I'm confused. Why did you buy the PlayStation 4 if it doesn't have any games that appeal to you?" Okay. So I had no idea that the games that I did or was going to get were going to suck. I just got the PlayStation 4 too soon. So he comes back and said, "You had no idea the games were going to suck." And then, of course, let me see. Oh, I forgot. There was some more stuff on it. I just had to hit the thing. But anyway, he put, going to suck. Now, that doesn't make no sense. Listen to what I'm saying. That doesn't make no sense. With as long as you've been playing video games, you don't generally know how good a game is going to be. And then it says, in the internet age, where all the info is on game, is plastered all over the web weeks before release. So, I put, that's true. But according to the internet, Killzone was going to be the shit. And that's one of the games I got. That's one of the games I wanted to get on the PS4. And according to everything on the net, it was getting good reviews. It was a great game, awesome, and all that other stuff. And as I've said before, what floats other people's boats is not necessarily something that's going to float your boat. So if a gaming website reviews a game and gives it the greatest accolades ever, doesn't mean that you're going to like it. So, by what he said, all the stuff that he said about, the internet, and, you could have looked this up and researched it and all this other stuff, that was flawed. Because like I said, unless you go and, especially like a movie, say somebody tells you this movie was the greatest movie ever. Like at one time, when I was younger, the first Batman came out, and they showed people lined up going around the corners. I mean, long lines for people to see this movie. And they was talking about how it was the greatest movie ever. And when I saw it, I thought it was good, but I just didn't see what everybody else was seeing. So, because somebody else and a whole bunch of other websites review a game and they give it the greatest accolades out there, doesn't mean that you're going to play it and think that it's the greatest thing ever. I've had people come to me and ask me, "What do you think about this game?" And the first thing I say is, in my opinion, So don't coming to me talking about that game sucked ass. My homeboy Darian is King, shout out to him. There's a lot of games that I like that he doesn't like. He doesn't agree on these games. Now, he's somebody I would actually take his opinion into consideration because he's a good guy. I don't see him as being any type of fanboy. But he and I don't have the same taste. I play a game, he'll hate it. He plays a game, I'll hate it. So, and you know, we always go back and forth making jokes because every time a game come out, I'd be like, oh, don't ask Darren about that game because that game is going to be some trash. And we laugh about that. So, like I said, his whole train of thought was flawed by coming at me saying stuff like this. Yes, you know, leading up to the weeks before I got the XB1 and played Rise, all the scores were pretty low. I seen maybe 2 scores that was maybe 8 and a 7. Everything else was 6 and below. And they was talking about how that game was not fun. It wasn't this, it wasn't that. And I happened to love the game when it came out. That was a game I was looking forward to, and I didn't care what somebody else was going to say about the game. I still was going to get it. Just like I played the beta for Drive Club. That was a game that I also wanted. When they were showing it at E3, all the stuff you could do in the game and stuff, drive from coast to coast and all that, I was wanting to get that game so much. I played that beta, and yes, it was a beta. But that game was horrible. It looked like a PS2 OG Xbox game. It was, oh gosh, it was horrible. It wasn't just about the looks, the way it drove everything. The game was boring. So I know you can't judge a beta, but that was enough for me not to want that game. So moving on. So I done covered the whole thing about that. They gave good reviews to Killzone. When it came out, it sucked to me. They gave bad reviews to Rise. When it came out, I loved it. Oh, yeah, of course, you loved it because it was on the XB1. But do you remember, because I know somebody will come in here and say something, but do you remember all those indie games that they have on XB1? All those games for gold that they have on XB1 that I said 90% of them are some trash? Yeah, okay. But let's move on. And I also said the same thing about PlayStation. Let me see. Let me see what else somebody said. Okay, this is a good one. This guy goes, "You, sir, are one big dumbass for keeping a VCR over a high-powered machine. Laugh out loud. This is real life right now." This is what this guy puts. Are you serious? It could be the most powerful thing in the world. And just by what you said, you shouldn't even have a PS4. You should have a PC because the PC is more powerful. So what you said is negated just by what you just said because you talking about this high power. If it's so high powered, you should have said, forget that and let's go to the PC. That's what you should have said. Power does not define how the games are going to be. It doesn't define if you're going to have fun on that game. It doesn't define that at all. I was in a party chat with my homeboy J-Mac. Shout out to you, J-Mac. And he just told me he got a Wii U and he's enjoying it. And in fact, I believe he's enjoying it more than the XB1. And guess what? It's underpowered. And guess what? That's his opinion. He likes that. So even though he has a system that has more power than the system that's less than the so-called VCR, he's enjoying that much more than the so-called VCR. So power has nothing to do with it. You can have the most powerful platform in the world, but if it doesn't have games that are appealing to you or games that are fun, what use is all that power? I will take a console that has less power and fun games over a system that has the most powerful architecture on the face of the planet that has games that don't move me to do anything. So once again, you have these guys that's been following my channel for over 7 months and still come back, want to try to, engage me in conversations in the comment section and try to call me a fanboy. And this is the dumb stuff that they say. Not thinking at all. Because somebody else gives their opinion on a game, that's supposed to make me go, oh yeah, well, I can't get that game because they gave their opinion on it and they said it sucked. I'm supposed to believe that because somebody else said it. Just like I wouldn't, if and I've given reviews before. And the funny thing about the reviews is, and Kid Smooth's talked about this before, and another one of my homeboys has talked about this. When you give a review or show gameplay, you get hardly any views. But as soon as you do a video about controversy or something like that, you get more reviews. My first video was PlayStation versus the XB1. I was going head to head with the features. That was my first video. And it did over 1,400 views on my first video. I did a video, Upload Studio versus Share Factory. It got more views than a lot of my other videos. So anytime you do something like that, a versus video against 2 systems or 3 platforms or whatever, you get a whole bunch of views. Anytime you review a game, you don't get as many views. So what do you fanboys do? Do you just watch controversy, or do you actually play and watch games? Because I'm not sure. I guarantee if I was to make a video after this called "The XB1 is Trash," I would probably get like 1,400 views or more. If I made the PS4 is Trash, I would probably get 1,400 views or more. And then some people will say, and I guarantee this is how it is. If I did it on PlayStation, half the people that's going to watch it is going to be from the Xbox side, and the other side is going to be from the PlayStation side. If I did it in reverse, it'll be the same way. PlayStation and Xbox guys over there watching. And I just don't understand that. Why, if you don't have a system? Like, I don't go watch videos on the Wii U because I don't have one. And as of right now, I'm not really considering getting one. And it has nothing to do with it being underpowered or anything like that. It's just, I haven't seen any games over there that interest me at all. Now, the PlayStation, I still watch stuff on PlayStation because hopefully I will get one again. I'm not too sure, but we'll see after this Bloodborne comes out and how when, well, I'm really not interested in Bloodborne too much. But after the Order 1886 comes out, we'll see what happens when that comes out. Then maybe I'll make a decision. But it's got to be more than one game that's going to make me jump back into getting another PlayStation. So, like I said, you fanboys that's been with me for 7-8 months and been watching, videos here and there and wanting to make comments on it and want to call me a fanboy, that's fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a fanboy. You can believe that I'm a fanboy you want. And also, but you comment on other YouTubers, but you don't say nothing about the Xbox YouTubers. Number one, I've never put anybody's name out there. And number two, your opinion of somebody I like or somebody I watch their videos of them being a fanboy is just that. Your opinion, just like my opinion of certain YouTubers on the other side being fanboys is just that, my opinion. So I'm gonna leave you with this. As I always say, fanboys don't love their favorite system, they just hate yours. You fanboys keep being in denial. Peace.